What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's start this month off real good because I have a feeling this is going to be a really big month for us. There's a lot of things that are popping up that seem to be pointing to this month being a big month. What that means exactly, I'm not sure. There's a lot of speculation, but not just with the Iraqi dinar, not just with the Vietnam dong, but there are a lot of other speculations going on in other areas of investment. Cryptocurrencies talking about July being a big month for some reason. I mean, I know the reason, but in gold and silver, we're expecting a huge month of July. We know that in the Iraqi dinar community, we're expecting a big month in July. And the weird thing is, all these communities are separate communities, but all of them seem to be thinking that something's coming up in July. What it is, I'm not sure. Um, it's going to be interesting to see. Another thing I wanted to point out, yesterday was amazing. Okay. I posted, I think that was the day before yesterday. And yesterday, Money Metals Exchange. So we did about $264,000 worth of sales. That's crazy for just one day. And for those you don't know, we're talking about Money Metals Exchange. You call this number here, 800-800-1865. And when you do your order over the phone, just tell them Pimpy sent you, or Pimpy's investment chat. And then what'll happen is they will give you a free half ounce coin. Now that's free stuff. It's free money. It's free silver. It's a half ounce of silver. And where we think silver is going, trust me, when you get that half ounce and when it happens, and we're talking about the reset of gold and silver value. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go back and watch my gold and silver videos because it's important for you to see what I'm talking about. If that's the case and it reaches what we anticipate it to reach, that coin is going to be a pretty valuable coin. And you're just going to sit back one day and laugh about how you got that coin for free just for saying Pimpy sent me. All right, you guys, there's a lot of you that bought a lot of gold and silver over the last day. $264,000 worth. Holy schmoly, man. That's a pretty good run. All right, you guys. So anyways, let's get into this real quick. Pimpy's Investment Chat. It's the same name as the YouTube channel. All right. In here, we talk about investments and investments only. And I'll show you the other place for people who like to talk about other things. So Nasara Jacera here. We also talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies are here as well, and other stock options. Over here in what's called the hidden things in front of your eyes. Now this one here is one that deals with current events as well as things that you might consider, political or, conspiracy wise. Adrenochrome, 9/11 false flag events, stuff like that. So this is the group you want to go to. It's called the hidden things in front of your eyes. I will leave a link to both groups in the description. What I'm noticing is that there's starting to be an overlap. So Pimpy's Investment Chat deals only with investments. Now I see a lot of political stuff in here, so I'll remove it because we want to keep these two separate. So this is a good place to talk about investments, but for the rest of you, come over here where it says the hidden things in front of your eyes. Okay, the link will be in the description. Only a couple of quick articles, but they are definitely something we want to talk about real quick because it involves the budget. Again, this is July. Also keep in mind, Iraq is supposed to come here. Al-Qademi is supposed to come here to meet with Pompeo and the president, I believe. And I told you guys one of the biggest announcements that we're hoping to hear, and they do it out in the Rose Garden, is that Trump is encouraging the international community to restore the sovereignty of Iraq for him to be recognized and embraced by the international community, and that he announces the lifting of the restrictions on the currency, and that allows it to go and start trading on the Forex. That's what we're watching for. That's what we're hoping for. Okay, so let's keep that in mind and keep an eye on it. So anyways, the Parliament Financial Committee asked the federal government to prepare a semi-annual budget and send it to the House of Representatives for approval in order to run the country's financial affairs. Now remember, they already agreed to do a semi-annual budget, so I'm not sure what's going on. There are some hiccups at the moment. We know this. I know a lot of people keep contributing it to some type of rate change, but I don't want to jump the gun on that. That's possible. But I'm saying we don't want to make that assumption. All right. So in the statement reported by the newspaper that the committee was waiting for the government to send a budget to the parliament yesterday. Tuesday, 6:30, according to schedule. Remember, that was supposed to be a deadline. After delaying the budget, the government will rely on a monthly interim budget. So a new monthly budget every year, they got to vote on it. That seems really ridiculous, especially since they already did agreed on a semi-annual one. But something tells me there's a reason why it's going month to month. Again, we don't want to jump the gun on that, but that could be the reason. The government should not rely on a 12 monthly budgets for 2019. You mean 2020? Because the disbursement and revenue process requires a legal cover represented by the budget law. He explained either a monthly budget is passed or a biannual budget law is sent for approval of the House of Representatives. Work without headquarters budget law will not allow the Parliament to exercise its oversight rule over the exchange rate and revenue. We are waiting for the government's opinion, noting that legal solutions lie in the approval law, which is not a substitute for the budget. So the committee agreed to approving the budget so that the government can provide liquidity to, provide liquidity to implement its obligations, and that what is related to spending and revenue must have a legal cover. They want to make sure they have the money, obviously, to cover all of their obligations. There's definitely some type of weird. I'm starting to think that when I watch Kitco, and I know I said this yesterday, but I want to bring it up again. People are anticipating some type of slight reset or possible reset altogether of gold and silver. So I was thinking about one of the ways, you guys heard me say this in the other video, one of the ways that Iraq is going to be able to cover the exchange on Iraqi dinar is they've been buying a lot of gold, and I mean a lot, more than they usually do. So if you want to do a global currency reset, then what you need to do is change the value of gold and silver. That would cover the exchange. Not to mention they have other assets. We know this. Iraq has gold over there that they haven't even really started mining yet. So that's something we got to keep in mind. Anyways, this article goes on to say, look, there's a problem. These guys are not staying within the law. They need to be putting budgets forward. Nothing is being accomplished as far as the budget is concerned. They're paying salaries. They're not doing it the legal way. And they want a budget to be sent to the House of Representatives. But there's a part of me that feels like they're hiding what's going on. I mean, like, well, yeah, hiding what the real plan is, because we know Parliament is got a lot of Iranian-backed politicians in there. Okay, so keep that in mind. But what I'm curious about is, could they possibly be hiding exchange rate from them until they get everything secure? Is there a reason for that? I guess is the bigger picture. We know that Iran relies a lot on Iraq to help them circumvent sanctions put on by the United States. So is that a reason they keep this type of budget away from the Parliament? Let me know what you think in the comments. So is that possible? Is Al-Kadhimi purposely not putting forward a budget because he doesn't want to show his hand too soon before they do what they need to do? Okay, I'm just curious about that. I have a feeling you might not see a budget till after the meeting here in the United States. I might be wrong. Hey, remember this guy here? Zarfi. So anyways, what's going on? Parliament Finance determines the reasons for the delay in the salaries of employees. Okay, so the Finance Committee and how committee, the Finance Committee is a STD you get for working in an office, by the way. Okay, so the Financial Committee in the House of Representatives on Wednesday identified the reason for the delay in the launch of employee salaries for the month of June. So Zarfi said, according to official media, the salaries of employees will be launched by the Ministry of Finance during the coming days after the completion of transferring the procedures for transferring cash from hard currency to Iraq. That's an interesting statement. The reason for delaying the payment of salaries is due to the procedures for the currency conversion period and not to transfer the salary payments every 40 days, as it is rumored. What are they converting? That's what I want to know. I mean, we know the banks are liquid. We know this. There was an article right above that that said they were liquid. And most of your banking is done digitally. Well, I mean, let me rephrase that. I believe the article said that less than 9% of the Iraqi people have banking accounts. So I'm curious as to if everybody has these cards, these digital cards, they could just digitally transfer the money to the cards. But I'm wondering if they need to worry about how much money is going to be in the bank to cover all these people coming to cash their checks. I don't know, but that is a curious statement. They're worried about the conversion. What are you converting? You don't have a dual currency no more in the country. So yeah, very, very interesting. Anyways, once again, you guys, I just want to let you know we have the two groups. This one here is political and conspiracy, and this one over here is for investment purposes, okay? Separate the two. And one last time, you guys are thinking about buying gold and silver, please consider Money Metals Exchange. 800-800-1865. If you go there and you place an order, you say Pimpy sent you, they send me a 1 free ounce. So I'm happy about that. Plus you get your order. And just for mentioning my name in your order, they'll give you a ½ ounce of silver for free. All right, that's free silver. And anytime anybody says free in silver or free in gold in the same sentence, that will grab my attention really quick. I told you guys in this, I was being serious. I just liquidated half of my cryptocurrencies so I can make a larger purchase in gold and silver because of what I'm anticipating happening here within the next few weeks. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with you once again, in case you're wondering. 800-800-1865, Money Metals Exchange. Give them a call. Yesterday we did about $264,000 in purchases, which is unbelievable. I thought the 110,000 with that mix is big, but this is really, really big. All right, you guys, so that's it for now. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do so because it helps out the channel. And when you do, I surely do appreciate it. Until later on, I'll catch you later.